Greetings from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Welcome back. We're going to do another episode of memories for that playlist. If y'all are interested in my playlist, and you go to my page, you hit the playlist button, and there's all kinds of reviews, cigars, pipe tobacco, some bourbon and rye, and of course a couple of pipe reviews itself, and there is my playlist of memories and stuff on there that have just some really cool stuff. And a pipe and its story is on the playlist as well. So I'm packing my Savinelli 320 with the lucite stem on it. I just love this pipe. And in it, Cornell and Deal's Derringer. Oh, throwing a little curveball today, so we are. This Derringer is from 2018, so it's got some really nice age in it. I really enjoy this blend too as a Virginia blend. Give you a little better of a gander there. If you've never had Cornell and Deal's Derringer, it is a straight Virginia. It is very, very good blend. I usually buy it by the pound as well, so I do. So let's get that stuff put away right quick. So today we're gonna talk about my first how do I want to call this? It is my we're gonna discuss my first work day at the firehouse. And what I mean by work day is just there was a work detail that everybody needed help. We were restoring a old tanker. It was an old Mack tanker, and we were it was just restored, and we had some pump work done to it and all that good stuff, and we were putting new turtle tile in. Turtle tile is a plastic tile that sits up that allows dirt and water to drain through, and then all you gotta do is take the turtle tile out and wipe down the bottom of the equipment. It helps protect if something falls and hits. Instead of dinging the metal, it will the turtle tile will absorb the hit. So if I apologize for the noise if there is any. We have new neighbors on the side now, and they have a company coming in to lay new carpet and stuff down, new flooring. So that's being done, which is understandable. I just met the lady yesterday, and what a very nice young lady. And it's pretty cool to have new neighbors that you're gonna like, hopefully. Signalman Tony Zippo, shout out to Tony in Rhode Island. Delicious. So I show up in the morning to help with this work detail, and I'm helping out, we're wiping down stuff and all the tools and stuff that we were going to put in there. We were putting new brackets in. We were moving stuff around. It was a great opportunity to reassess how we had everything outlaid in the rig. So we were using that opportunity to do so, and we were putting some new brackets in to hold stuff and all that. And with being new and them really not knowing me very well, I had the pleasure of cutting the turtle tile. So they would measure it. They would tell me the measurements I needed to cut. And I was measuring and cutting this turtle tile. Now, to cut the turtle tile, it's just rubber, really, and plastic. So it was just a utility knife that I was using to cut this turtle tile. And I've been cutting it for about an hour or so. And with the bigger compartments, I had to do the measurements myself, because I would cut what I could and put it in there and then measure what still needed covered and then cut a new piece for it. So sometimes it was a jigsaw puzzle, sometimes it was just a plain old straight cut and you were good to go. And I would put it in the compartment in which it was meant for. That way, I knew that was my part of my job that day. So I'm cutting turtle tile about an hour or so in, and my assistant fire chief at the time, he's now the fire chief, David A. Hecker, we call him Little Dave because his daddy was the chief and his name was Dave. And I refer him to as Pappy because that was his nickname that I gave him, and it just stuck. And little Dave come over to me and says, "Hey," he says, "how you making out?" I said, "Good." I said, "I'm on this compartment. I'm still cutting." He's like, "Okay." He says, "Be careful with that knife. It's sharp." I'm like, "All right." And I mean, like I said, at this time I've been cutting for about an hour or so now. Wouldn't you know, within the next 4 or 5 minutes, it slipped, and I cut the inside of my thumb right in here, and I cut her to the bone. And I was like, "Oh!" And I wrapped myself in a rag right away. And I called little Dave, and little Dave came over and he goes, "I just told you." I said, "Yeah, you hexed me." And that was the beginning of a wonderful relationship with little Dave. But yeah, cut myself right to the bone, and had to go to the emergency room, get stitches, and yeah, so that was my first work detail with the fire department. That's how it ended. And after it was done, I got my stitches. I went back to the firehouse and I helped with stuff. And of course, they were teasing me, letting me hose the floor and stuff down because I had to be careful with my thumb now. And they were like, "No, there's nothing sharp here," and it was just ribbing me. And it was cool because it made me feel like I was family, like, "Okay, you screwed up. It's not a big deal. It happens. Let's just move on." And I really felt good about that, the fact that I did that and they still were able to just make fun of me instead of, really cutting me down. And that's how my junior membership started back in 1990. Wow, that's been a long time. Holy cow. But that's how I started my first work detail with the fire department. Thought that'd be interesting. I know that you guys, some of you wanted to hear some of my fire department stories, and that was a kind of a fond memory because it showed how I could be such a knucklehead and how hexing somebody can happen, and the true brothership, the true brotherhood of the fire department. So that's my story for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to all my new and old subs. If you've not hit the subscribe button, please do so. Also, be sure to check out my playlists, along with making sure you hit the more button, drop it into the root cellar. If there's something that you particularly want to hear about, please feel free to email me. My email and my Instagram is in the root cellar as well, along with the links for Ruediger Hats and HumiSmart two-way humidification packs, along with discount codes for both of those. And don't forget about the Briar Report. The link for the Briar Report is down there as well. So, until we can get together and pack a pipe or smoke that great cigar, let all that you do be done in love. Y'all take care and God bless.